The Shi-no-ko-sho class system is disappearing from Japanese history textbooks. The reason? It was not the true social hierarchy of the Edo period. Indeed, court nobles, Buddhist monks, and even town doctors in Edo, Japan existed outside this four-class framework. Yet, in fact, an even more astonishing truth was hidden beneath. What exactly was the lie of the social system that disappeared from textbooks? In this video, you will discover: why did Shi-no-ko-sho not truly exist? What was the shogunate's real aim? And why has this misunderstanding persisted until today? Now, let us delve into that truth. The main feature also elaborates on how modern textbooks are revising this history. The concept of Shi-no-ko-sho did not suddenly emerge in the Edo period. Its origins trace back to ancient Chinese thought. Based on Confucian philosophy, the idea of classifying society into four groups: shi, scholars/warriors; no, farmers; ko, artisans; and sho, merchants, is said to date back to the Zhou dynasty. This concept spread to Japan, becoming widely known particularly when Neo-Confucianism was adopted as the official doctrine of the shogunate during the Edo period. However, Shi-no-ko-sho in Japan did not function as a rigid class system in the same way it did in China. Rather, it is believed to have been more of an occupational classification, intended to maintain social stability and order. What the shogunate emphasized was that each status group fulfill its prescribed role, ensuring the smooth functioning of society as a whole. For instance, the shi, or samurai warriors, were placed at the top, yet their lives were not always prosperous. Records show that many samurai with low stipends struggled with debt or took on side jobs to make a living. On the other hand, some merchants, categorized as sho, possessed wealth surpassing even daimyo lords and wielded significant influence. Wealthy merchants, especially in Edo and Osaka, supported the finances of the shogunate and various domains, sometimes even interfering in politics. This indicates that Shi-no-ko-sho was not merely a strict hierarchy. So why did such a misunderstanding arise? Edo period society was far too complex to be fully described by the simple classification of Shi-no-ko-sho. Court nobles and those serving the imperial court, as well as monks and Shinto priests working at temples and shrines throughout the land, had a separate status system from the four classes defined by the shogunate. Furthermore, kabuki actors, courtesans, and artisans with specialized skills formed their own unique statuses and hierarchies based on their professions. Most often overlooked, yet crucially important, was the existence of discriminated communities known as hainin and eta. They belonged to none of the four classes, were placed at the very bottom of society, and indeed suffered severe discrimination. It was impossible to grasp the complete picture of Edo period social hierarchy solely through Shi-no-ko-sho. The shogunate did not aim to rigidly categorize the four classes. So what was its true objective? What the Tokugawa shogunate valued most was, above all, the maintenance of social stability and order. Having experienced a long period of warfare, they feared nothing more than society falling into chaos once again. Thus, they adopted Confucian ideals, assigning moral significance and roles to each occupation, and encouraged people to adhere to them. The classification of Shi-no-ko-sho was merely an administrative convenience or a guideline to represent the elements comprising society. Status was not fixed. Examples existed of merchants becoming samurai by purchasing samurai status, and vice versa. Perhaps the shogunate aimed not for an inflexible, rigid class system, but rather a flexible social structure capable of adapting to change. The term Shi-no-ko-sho became a standalone concept, simplifying a complex social structure. So who and why propagated this idea? The spread of this misunderstanding is, in fact, deeply connected to the process of modern nation-building after the Meiji era. Influenced by Western nations, Japan also needed to reorganize its people into a unified citizenry. By teaching the complex Edo period social system as a simple Shi-no-ko-sho four-class hierarchy, they sought to facilitate a smooth transition to modernization. Furthermore, even during post-war educational reforms, the concept of Shi-no-ko-sho continued to be emphasized as a symbol representing Japan's feudal past. However, in recent years, historical research has advanced, leading to increased efforts to analyze contemporary historical materials in greater detail. As a result, it has become clear that Shi-no-ko-sho was a simplified concept that differed from the actual reality. Thus, Shi-no-ko-sho became established as a symbol of the Edo period social system. So why have modern textbooks decided to remove it? Let's answer the questions previewed in Scene 4. Why did Shi-no-ko-sho not truly exist? Because Shi-no-ko-sho was merely an occupational classification, not a rigid class system that strictly defined actual society. What was the shogunate's true aim? It was to avoid chaos and maintain social order and stability. They even tolerated a degree of social mobility. Why has this misunderstanding persisted until today? Because of the need to simplify complex social structures for teaching during modern nation-building after Meiji and in post-war education. History constantly transforms its shape through new discoveries and interpretations. The fact that the concept of Shi-no-ko-sho is disappearing from textbooks is precisely proof of this. The history we learn is shaped not only by past facts but also by contemporary perspectives and values. The lie of the class system that disappeared from textbooks will give us an opportunity to think deeply about history. Perhaps questioning common knowledge and seeking new truths is the true essence of studying history.
History still hides untold stories. Subscribe for more forgotten history.